In this video, I will reveal to you my daily routine, the skills required to succeed in tech sales, and my path to success in this exciting field. Whether you're also pursuing a career in tech sales or just interested in learning what it takes to be successful and make a lot of money, relatively speaking, this video is a must watch. At the end of the video, I will break down my exact income progression year over year and how I made more than $300,000 of W-2 income. I'm methodical, I'm consistent, I'm disciplined. I approach Monday exactly the same as I approach Friday. I actually put the gas down and I'm trying harder as the week. And I approach the weekends the exact same. 7 days a week are work days. 7 days a week are a new opportunity to prove yourself. 7 days a week, there's money out there for the taking. So let's start with nutrition, and then I'm gonna talk about sleep, and then I'm gonna talk about the inputs you put into your mind, because these are the biggest mistakes people are making that hold them back. As we think about daily routine, my lifestyle is structured in a way that allows me to perform to the best of my ability. What does that mean? It is all about energy. If you're putting the right fuel in your car is gonna go faster and it's gonna be able to drive for longer. If you have energy, you're able to act like you care for longer periods of time than other people, and that's all success is in corporate America. Showing up, learning, having energy, and acting like you care. So as we think about who has more energy, is person A who just leaves it to chance. Hey, my company caters food for free, it's convenient, they brought in pasta that tastes really good. Now I'm questioning, well, hey, why am I crashing midday? Why don't I have the energy to stay in the office late to make a little bit extra money? Why don't I have the energy in the evening to work out? Why don't I have the energy or focus to move the needle on my side hustle that I've been thinking about on the weekends that I actually have time to do on the weekdays that I don't do because it's just easy to lay on the couch and watch Netflix because I ate the wrong food for lunch? Or person B, like Trent, who buys 8 chicken breasts from Whole Foods each Sunday, who buys 2 salmons, and who's only eating the healthiest of the healthy foods. I'm spending my money investing in putting the right foods in my body. That is what daily routine looks like. I wake up at 5 to 5:30 every morning. The weekends, sleeping a little bit later, I'm working out. As soon as I wake up, I'm working out, no questions. On the weekends, I'll read before I work out just because I don't like to work out, but I'm gonna do it anyway. As soon as I work out, showering, getting ready, gelling the hair, we're jetting off to work Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I'm working at this desk right here. Every day is a work day. And throughout the day, I'm focused on one task, and it's achieving my dreams. It's putting in the right actions, making cold calls, sending emails, speaking with customers, talking into my camera, making posts on LinkedIn. Every day, it's all about progress. And the reason I'm able to show up every day is because I have energy. I restrict food from my body until 10 a.m. until noon. I'm restricting food. I'm not doing this to fast. I'm not doing this to lose weight. I'm doing it because if I put food in my body as soon as I wake up, I have not earned it, and that is a bad habit to have. And secondly, when I put food in my body earlier in the day, they say it's the most important meal of the day, and the reason it's marketed to you like that is because these companies want you to buy bacon and sausage and eggs and eat that for breakfast. That's the worst thing you could be doing because your body requires so much energy to process that food that you have less energy throughout the day. So if you're restricting food from your body until noon and drinking a shake like I do, I put coconut water, I put blueberries, I put spinach, I put protein powder, I put flax seeds, I put chia seeds, I put hemp seeds, I put ice into a smoothie, and I drink it. And that sustains me throughout the day so that I don't have to eat until later in the afternoon. And I have energy and mental clarity all day. And I'm still putting on muscle because I'm getting a big protein meal towards dinner time, chicken, avocado, salmon, quinoa. That's it. So putting the right nutrients in your body as we think about day-to-day routine, that's everything. People think I'm odd because I eat the same things every day. I look at food as fuel. I'm not there to enjoy it. It's just a quick pit stop in and then to the next sales call. That's what it is. Next, sleep. I get 8 hours of sleep a night. On the weekends, I get 9 to 10 hours of sleep. Every night, I also go to the sauna in my building, the steam room, the cold plunge. So I'm basically waking up, working out, working all day, eating minimal food that's the healthiest, most whole foods I can, getting home from work, working on the side hustle because I have infinite energy. I sit in my sauna for 20 minutes, I sit in the cold plunge, and then I immediately go to bed. I'm going to bed by 9 p.m., and then I'm waking up and doing it the next day. That is my lifestyle. It is predictable, it's repetitive. I know exactly how I'm gonna feel at every moment throughout the day, and there's absolutely no resistance. There's no negative emotions. I'm not worried about how happy I am. I'm not worried about if I'm feeling like it, because all I'm doing is taking action and putting the right fuel in my body so I have a steady stream of energy at every minute throughout the day. As we think about the skills required to be successful in tech sales, the number one skill is the will to win. When I first started in tech sales, I had no connections, I had no one guiding me. They handed me a headset and they said, Trent, figure it out. And I really struggled. So I questioned, was this for me? I had to look myself in the mirror. And I went to my manager that following Monday and I said, look, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be successful. What should I be doing? And he's like, hey, well, if you just make more calls, you'll probably be more successful. So I decided I'm just gonna make more calls than everyone else. Now I'm at a phase of my career where I don't need to make as many calls because I have a huge quota as a senior account executive, and now I'm trying to work more strategic deals. So now I'm thinking about, okay, how can I up-level my skill set? How can I go speak with the biggest customers in my book of business? I just got verbal commits on 2 separate 6-figure deals. Never closed a true 6-figure ARR deal in my career. I have, but I haven't actually got paid out on that because they were customer upsells. I have 2 customer commits on 6-figure deals because I've been chasing those big deals because I'm focused on how do I increase my deal size, because I have the will to win, because I'm looking at what is my gap today that's holding me back. I'm incredibly coachable. I'm also humble, but I'm also the most confident person in every meeting because I prepare. I believe I have a spot in the room, and I believe I have something of value to say. I'm not worried about filler words. I'm gonna be very articulate and succinct and compendious in my communication, and that's how I show up each and every day because it's all about the will to win. It's I have a target, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get to that target, and it's as simple as that. Anything that is not pipeline generation, pipeline health, self-development, helping other people is a waste of time. I don't worry about it, I say no to it, and I would encourage you to be as ruthless with your time as I am. As I think about my path to success, it hasn't always been a straight line. I think those downs also define us in a positive way. If you were to go interview for another job, you would want to talk about your successes, but I would also encourage you to talk about your downs, your failures. When I promoted from sales development rep to account executive, I hit my quota my first 6 consecutive quarters. I closed $1.5 million on a $1 million aggregate number. I was riding on top of the world. I associated a lot of my self-worth and identity with, hey, you're a tech sales rep, you're successful. And then all of a sudden, towards the tail end of 2022, I started to struggle. My quota was as high as it had ever been. The market, specifically SaaS tech, was really struggling. And I think I ran into some skill gaps. I needed to up level, so I started missing my quota and I had a terrible finish to the year. It was a dark period, and what that experience taught me is that, one, do not associate your sense of identity with who you are in the workplace. Your sense of identity is how you view yourself when you look in the mirror with your shirt off, how you view yourself in the context of where you want to be at life, spiritually, emotionally, physically. And at the end of the day, it's all about respecting and loving yourself, because if you hope that other people look up to you and want to lead you, you must be someone that you would want to be led by yourself. You must respect yourself in order for other people to respect you. So as I think about my journey of success, it's an infinite pursuit, and I would not consider myself successful. My plan in the tech industry is to head down, work, focus, grind until 2038. The significance with 2038 is that will be my 20-year anniversary in the tech field. I started as a sales development rep in 2018. I will continue to work heads down in the tech industry. I love SaaS, but with all this AI stuff, maybe I'm gonna get into AI. I don't know, but I'm gonna work in the tech field until 2038, because the people who are worried about interest rates increasing and now's the hardest time to get hired in tech because all these companies are hiring freezes, oh, every day there's new layoffs, none of that matters as we think about the macro perspective of a 40-year career or a 20-year time horizon that we're trying to get rich. The first 10 years of my career, I'm just trying to figure out what I like and what I'm good at. the next 10 years of my career throughout my 30s is going to be mastering that skill set, whether it be being an enterprise sales rep, being a leader, being a founder, being an investor. I'm still figuring that out because I'm in that first decade phase. And then that third decade phase, that's when we capitalize. And that's when we truly get rich and progress forward in life and do sensational things. And I plan to continue making YouTube videos each step of the way. We're only 5 years into the journey. And now that we're at the end, I want to be truthful to what I had said and talk about my exact W-2 income progression year over year. In 2019, my first full year of working in software sales as a sales development rep, I earned about $75,000. My following year, in 2020, I was still a sales development rep, but I was more tenured. I believe I went from an SDR1 to an SDR2. I earned 100 and I believe 7 or 10,000, somewhere in that range, my second full year working. The following year in 2021, I was a sales development rep level 3, so I was the most tenured possible SDR you possibly could be at the company. It felt like I was going to be a never-ending SDR. I earned $170-ish thousand. And then fast forward the following year, I was an account executive. I was able to double promote. And in 2022, at the end of the year, I earned $300,000 of W-2 income. You may be wondering, well, Trent, if you struggled at the end of the year, how did you still make so much money? The previous year, I had a massive Q4. And in tech sales, if you, let's say, close $500,000 in revenue in December, you would get paid out on those deals 2 months later. So I got a few massive paychecks in January, February of that following year, which is how I had such a tremendous year. On top of that career income, and at this point, I'm borderline bragging, I'm now on track to make more money on this side hustle via the channel in the online business than the career, because throughout the entire time, in addition to grinding and focusing on the software sales job, it's also been, how can I document what's working, what's not working, and help people get to where I'm at today? Because I'm not speaking to anyone ahead of me. I'm not claiming that I know all the right answers. I'm not an expert. I'm not a LinkedIn top sales voice. I'm not a sales guru. I'm here speaking how I do things. So anyone that's behind me in the journey, a chapter behind in the book, that wants to get to this point, making multiple six figures at age 26 with a super high trajectory going to the moon, that's who I'm speaking to. I'm talking about who else is on their pursuit in their tech sales career, or who just wants to figure out how to make a lot of money at a young age, because these are all things I'm thinking about. And I want to tell you, it's okay to truly go all in and follow your obsession. That's why I have so much discipline with the routine. I'm not worried about dating. I'm not worried about investing in relationships that are going to take energy out of me. I'm not worried about eating foods that make me feel good. I'm not worried about doing things just because I feel like it. I'm doing things to make progress and to achieve my goals. As I think about the skills required to be successful, it's just the acceptance of, hey, I'm going to pursue this target, and success is my duty, obligation, responsibility. And then as we think about that pursuit of success, play the long game and ignore the noise. When you think about your career stretched out over 20 years, your 85-year-old self would trade everything in the world to be where you're at today. Never lose sight of that perspective. Subscribe to the channel now. Ring the notification bell if you have not already. If you're interested in breaking in tech sales and earning six figures like I do, click the first link in the description below for my free break into tech sales guide. I outline what is tech sales, why it's such a great career, and how to actually get started.